I'm Nick Beecroft, I'm Emerging Risks Manager at Lloyd's. And I was moderator today for the workshop Cyber Risk Without Borders, where we had a panel of 3 insurers, a lawyer and an Airmic member, debating some of the key issues that we face in the insurance industry about trying to develop solutions that can match the development, the pace of development, the complex exposures that are being faced today by Airmic members. And we had a really fascinating discussion, actually. We got some great audience participation. I think that cyber risk is one of those areas where everyone is exposed. Every part of a modern economy is exposed to cyber risk. It's something that every risk manager is now facing as a strategic level risk to their organisation. And that was really clear in the quality of the debate that we got going. And I think it's fair to say the key challenge that everyone wanted to focus on is how can insurers innovate in a way that creates a product that is clear, simple, and yet capable of capturing the true nature of cyber risk exposure for a modern organisation. And the insurers were really keen to highlight some of the key innovations that they've already undertaken. So they've expanded their offering away from quite a specific focus on data breach liability, and we talked about product innovation that has happened around expanding that offer to include, for example, reputational harm, business interruption that can arise through cyber attack. So insurers were really keen to put across the point that they are innovating, they are seeking to match customer demand to keep pace with the risk. Some of the challenges that we had from Airmic members were that still the product can be difficult to understand, or that the product has really developed so far in the US to specifically meet the requirements of the US market. So insurers responded to those challenges by saying that it remains an immature product. Cyber insurance is a product which is still at quite an early stage of its development, and they recognise they still have a lot of work to do to achieve clarity for the customers, such that risk managers have a really clear sense of what is covered and what is not covered. There's still work to do in that area. And we talked about the requirement to expand the offering beyond the US and really more effectively meet the needs of clients, especially in the UK and in Europe. And we are seeing development happen there. So we talked specifically about the data breach notification laws that are coming in across Europe from 2018, and the impact that will have on every organisation, and the requirement that every organisation in the EU will face to notify relevant authorities of a data breach. And so the regulatory and legal landscape around cyber risk is changing in Europe, and we expect that to create new demand for insurance solutions that can match that liability exposure in Europe and the UK. So it's fair to say we had a lively debate. I think there's no doubt that cyber is one of those risks that everyone has a view on. It reaches everyone, and so we got some really lively discussion, and I think insurers came away from it with a really clear sense of the demands that are emerging from Airmic members, and the challenge for the industry now is to respond.